Welcome. Hashtag the Versa Show is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show. Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? And welcome to Hashtag the Versa Show. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And once again, we are here for another special edition on Hashtag the Versa Show. And of course, I got my brother up in the building, Fraz F. All, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get it.
What is happening, brother?
Good.
I know, my brother. Yo, and the playoffs is up and running. It's gonna be a very interesting series that's happening right now. I don't have the bracket in front of me, but I'm gonna probably just post up the bracket anyway. No commercial breaks on this episode. We just gonna go straight through with the conversations about this NBA playoffs or any other conversations that we might have. So, Raz, let's get into these NBA playoffs talks, brother. Right now, this is pretty interesting because it is 2-1 Suns right now, right? 2-1 Suns.
Yeah.
And Russell Westbrook has been playing like he is a true baller. And matter of fact, it's just amazing to me that how Russell Westbrook is playing, and at the same time, Phoenix is still kicking ass and still taking names. Devin Booker got like 43 points, and Kevin Durant with like 20 something points. Chris Paul, probably I don't know how many points he had.
I don't know either.
But whatever it is, I mean, these Suns, they doing their thing. So as the Knicks, your Sixers has finally advanced.
Yeah. But Joel Embiid hurt, you know.
Wait, he's hurt?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, because somebody else got hurt too.
Yeah, he went up for a block in game 3. And when he came down, he hyperextended his knee.
Oh shit.
So, I mean, they say it's 50-50, but for real, you can tell right off the bat something's wrong because the way Doc Rivers was speaking. But that's for, when that happens.
I mean, I remember we talked about if Doc Rivers goes to this finals, win or lose, would this make him part of the greatest coaches of all time?
I mean, it depends. Like I said, if if you beat the Bucks and the Celtics or Celtics and the Bucks, whatever, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I so far, this is going to be pretty interesting side for the East side, and Giannis is hurt too as well.
Yeah.
And I said this so many times when it comes to the playoffs. There's so many people that are hurt right now, and it's really like it's irritating me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we got all these great players. When they did great on the regular season, they start to collapse on the playoffs. And I understand it's 82 games, and then now you gotta like extend to either like 4 or 7. But man, like these guys, they get it banged up in the early of the series, man. But anyway, let me see if I could bring out the bracket here real fast, real quick, because a lot of NBA players is being hurt. Like I said before, and Boston has beat Atlanta 129-121, which Boston is up a game. And I remember you said that you wanted Atlanta to win.
Yeah, I want them to win.
Nah, it doesn't look good for them this time.
Nope.
They looking in bad shape. I can't even. Where's the bracket? Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. So Denver's 3-0. Phoenix is 3-1. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Denver's 3-1 now.
They 3-1. Oh wait, so Minnesota beat them.
Yeah, just like an hour ago. They beat them an hour ago.
Oh, okay. So excuse me. Denver is 3-1. Phoenix is 3-1. Kings is 2-2 now. So they're 2-2. I knew Golden State was gonna pull it off. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. I want to talk about that game real quick because I was watching that game before starting the podcast. And man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. The way the Kings played in Golden State's home, I was like, yo, these guys really want it. And I'm not saying this is the first time ever that Golden State has to fight.
But at home, that's where the key is at home. They gotta fight. They had to, like, today game, they were up 12 or 10 at one point, and the Kings came right back and scored 8 straight.
Yeah.
Usually when Golden State go up 10 points with 3 minutes left, that's game.
Yeah. No, not in this case when it came to Golden State. Like I think Deontay, it was in Deontay Fox, right? That's his name?
Darren Fox.
Darren Fox. When he shot that 3 and he missed it, I'm sorry, it was Matt Barnes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He shot that 3 and missed it. And I was just like, woo, boy, you are not a clutch player. You I'm sorry, bro, not to, disrespect, but I'm like, bro, you are not a clutch player. And even Stephen Curry too. With him, he missed the a buzzer beater, but it's whatever. Klay Thompson made his.
Yeah, but if you look at the stats, Steph actually played better.
Did he? Because man, Klay Thompson looked like he was giving the straight business to the Kings.
Yeah, but Steph had 6 threes. He didn't look it, but Steph had more threes than Klay, more points than Klay.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Klay Thompson, he was a sharpshooter. I mean, even that nice, beautiful pass over to the left wing and pump fake, bounced the ball once and just shot it right in that corner, left wing 3.
He got another pass, I think it was from Jordan Poole or somebody else. And he did the shot and he was just posing in front of the Kings bench.
It's a rivalry. I mean, Golden State, they are building a rivalry between the Kings and Memphis.
Yeah.
So my question is again, is Golden State, the reigning defending champions, are they going to take out
you know why I said
the Kings?
You know why I say they are the reigning defending champions? Okay, look at it, right? Brooklyn is number 6. Sixers is number 3. Sixers swept them, right? Even though we can't compare Brooklyn to Golden State, we can't do that. But they're still a number 6 seed. The Kings are number 3.
Oh, and speaking of Brooklyn, I got something for Brooklyn. This is for you, Brooklyn. That's for you in the playoffs. Continue.
So you look at it like the Kings are at least supposed to be up 3-1 because nobody's hurt. Nobody's missing no games. That game they said Sabonis was going to miss, he didn't miss it. He played, and they lost.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody missing no games. Nobody's hurt. But yet the Warriors tied the game up. This is the only series that's tied 2-2.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Nobody else is tied 2-2.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at the Knicks series, Knicks are winning that series. Like, it's so bad for Cavaliers. It's like, it's a head scratcher. You like, I'm scratching my head.
Yeah. Yeah, well, oh my God, I can't remember this guy's name from the Knicks, man. He was, I think he's number 11, but he was doing his thing, man.
Brunson?
I think, yeah, Brunson. Brunson.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about for the Knicks. The point guard. The Knicks wanted Donovan Mitchell. They went ahead and got Jalen Brunson from the Mavs.
And Donovan Mitchell, he's over in the Cavs, right?
But he's still, don't get me wrong, he's still playing good. He's averaging 28 points in the series.
Good enough that they are 1-3 with the Knicks?
He don't got no help. He definitely don't got no help. He don't have no sustainable help.
I was just about to say, I said, he got Kevin Love, but I was like, oh shit, I forgot he's in Miami.
But even if he had Kevin Love wouldn't be all that. He wouldn't. Not
in the Cavs?
No, he wasn't all that anyway in the Cavs.
I mean, he's doing decent in
Yeah,
Miami.
exactly. I'm saying you're saying decent. I don't want decent giving me 14 points. I want another second score, like what not James Harden, like what Tyrese Maxey is to Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is going to go out there and give you 20,
Yeah.
21. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Love going to go out there and maybe give you 14, maybe.
You know, at this day and age for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. You know, if it was old Kevin Love, then yeah, no problem. But yeah, like the Knicks, they're gonna win that series. You can tell. Like Jalen Brunson is such a good point guard. It's crazy to think him and Josh Hart came from Villanova.
Mhm.
Josh Hart got traded to the Knicks, like trade deadline.
Yeah.
They used to play as teammates in Villanova. Right now in the series, Josh Hart looking like it's crazy because I don't see usually players and say, "Oh, that player remind me of somebody." Josh Hart remind me of Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he can shoot somewhat, he can rebound, he can pass, he can defend. That's exactly everything Andre Iguodala can do,
Yeah.
and he can run the floor when he needs to. Fast break. That's exactly what Andre Iguodala used to do. So it's funny seeing the Knicks get somebody like that. But Jalen Brunson, I'm telling you, he did right.
Is Andre Iguodala, he's still an active player?
Yeah, for the
Mhm.
Warriors, yeah, he's just not going to play.
No,
He's just
because I thought like he retired and became
oh
like,
no 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 no.
because
He
I
got
think he's gonna be a assistant coach for the Golden
I
State
don't know
Warriors.
now. I think he might be something else. I think he might be the next head of the NBA Association.
One thing I said was pretty dope was like when I see Steve Kerr stands up and he's like right there in the corner, like in the middle of the arena, and he's coaching, that's when I know this Steve Kerr is for real. And then Mike Brown is right next to him. And I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if they'd be like, they're joking around. And they did.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, that's great, man. That just shows them that it's just cool waters, no bad attention between
No,
them
no,
two.
no. He's no bad blood. Like I think Steve Kerr is probably proud of Mike Brown
Yeah,
because the Kings have been horrible for years,
many years.
right? And for Mike Brown to go there and got to the number 3 seed, that's something that I don't think nobody would have said.
And they could correct me if I'm wrong, but uh, these Kings hasn't been good since Chris Webber was on the Kings, the Sacramento Kings, because they went to the Western Conference Finals, and I
Yeah,
was like, oh my god, 2000 and like what was it, 2000, 2001, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, so they, that's in the cowbells too. I wish they would have had the cowbells again. That shit was that was tough when they had the cowbells in
Hmm.
Sacramento, but um, uh, Boston and Atlanta, that game right there, that kind of surprised me in a little way because I really didn't expect Atlanta. Well, they got one game,
Hmm.
and even though Boston right now they are 3-1, there's a huge chance that Atlanta could take this to a 3-2 game for Boston.
There is, but watching the game, there were so many easy buckets Boston got. Like drive to the hoop. Jalen Brown beat one person, drive straight to the hoop.
Yeah.
Nobody else came, no help defense from the other side, nothing. That's not happening for them in every game. Remember, I told you the other day, they need Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum to play a good, efficient game for them to win,
Hmm.
right? Both had to score 31.
Yeah.
If one of them had even scored 20,
Mhm.
22, 21, they're losing that game.
Yeah. True.
They weren't up. They like don't let the box score fool you because they were up by 10. Then Atlanta cut it to 6-7, and then after that, the whole foul game or whatever. So if Jalen Brown had scored 24 and Jason Tatum's 26, they lost that game. It's crazy to think like if one of them don't play good, they're not winning.
One thing I said that was interesting between that matchup, I was like, what if Atlanta did take out Boston, the number 2 seed?
If they did, I mean, they still would have had trouble because they're going up against the Sixers next.
Oh, and y'all would kill
Yeah,
Atlanta.
without Joel Embiid, because one thing about the Sixers, you can't just say, okay, we're going to stop James Harden. Okay, then you got Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Okay, we're going to stop Joel Embiid. The Nets just found out the hard way. You stop Joel Embiid, you still going to have Tyrese Maxey, James Harden,
But I
Tobias
still
Harris.
think at the same time with Brooklyn, they didn't have a good coach to actually like set up the court out there.
But I don't think not that Atlanta don't have a good coach, but Atlanta don't have. All right, Brooklyn has a better center than Atlanta. Clint Capella is the center for Atlanta. You think Clint Capella is going to really do anything against Joel Embiid?
No.
Even probably not even the backup center. I'm not disrespecting Clint Capella. He's a great rebounder, but you're not going to play like how Nick Claxton just played against Joel Embiid. Nick Claxton was giving you 14 and 10 in the series.
And I remember I was telling you before, I was like, that's what I was explaining to you with Brooklyn, how they lost to the Sixers and how they got swept. To me makes sense because they had no answer for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but I keep telling you, if it wasn't about Joel Embiid. If you ask anybody right now, like, hey, did Joel Embiid play good against the Brooklyn Nets? They're gonna say no. They shut him down. Like, I'm gonna be honest, they shut Joel Embiid down.
I don't know if you shut Joel Embiid down. Brooklyn should have been at least 4-2 in the series.
No, because the difference between the Sixers and every other team right now, except probably for Denver, the difference between them is you take Joel Embiid out, you still have to worry about James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris. You take Jason Tatum out of the Boston Celtics, you really only have to worry about Jaylen Brown, probably Marcus Smart, and probably Brogdon. Nobody else. And probably White. They're not definitive, oh, we have to worry about this player. You take Nikola Jokic out of Denver, still got to worry about Jamal Murray, Porter, and Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. Still not as good as worrying about James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the reason why Brooklyn lost. Now, in years past, if you did take Joel Embiid out of the Sixers, they lose. Like,
of course.
Like, I'm thinking 2 years ago when they had Ben Simmons, right?
Unless they have a better center to replace Joel Embiid.
There's no better center that's going to replace Joel Embiid. It's just never going to happen. But 2 years ago, they took Joel Embiid out the game when I remember he got hurt and they lost. Mm-hmm. It's different. The Brooklyn Nets came into this series and even surprised me. They came in the series saying, we're going to stop Joel Embiid. He's not going to get above 30. He's not going to get these many points. He's not going to get so many shots. He's not. Every time he touched the ball, 3 people around him, 2 people around him. But because, like something you said the other day, you have other people around you that if you stop me, you're giving them free reign. And it was a good thing because Tobias Harris had free reign to do whatever he want, Tyrese Maxey, whatever he want. That series for Joel Embiid, it kind of shows a blueprint if any team wants to go up against the Sixers and say, we're going to stop Joel Embiid, and then basically they're forcing the other players to make a play. You know, like, oh, they always say on TV, oh, they're trying to get the ball out of the best player's hands. Mm-hmm. That's what they did with Joel Embiid. They got the ball out of his hand. They don't want him to shoot. They don't want him to try and post up nothing.
And that was Brooklyn's problem because I saw so many open guys out there in the Sixers. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Because they're trying to stop him. He was the focal point. You stop him. In their mind, and even me, I'm thinking, oh, you stop Joel Embiid, oh, man, the Sixers are in trouble. But that's why I said they surprised me because it was like, I didn't expect Tobias to play like that. I knew James Harden was going to give me consistent games. He gave me 21, 25, 8, and 17. Yeah. I knew he was going to give me consistent games. But Tobias and Tyrese Maxey gave me consistent games. Tobias was 20, 21, 25, 28. Tyrese Maxey was 33, 25, 21, 18.
But see, now that's the thing is, will they be consistent like that in the semifinals?
That's the problem. So now, that's why I said, it's a blueprint how to stop Joel Embiid. So now, Boston is going to force them to play like that, just the same way Brooklyn did. The only difference is Boston not giving them free shots,
right?
Like open shots like that. They're going to play defense. So it's either one or two things. It's either, and for me, I always say, Doc don't know how to adjust. People always say, oh, Doc make adjustments. He don't. Because I'm watching games, I'm like, bro, if you notice this team is getting to a point where they're close to you and they're about to beat you, Joel Embiid hasn't touched the ball in 3-4 minutes. Call a damn play for him. He did do it, but he did it like with 1 minute and 20 something seconds left.
Yeah.
Bro, you should have been did that. Call his number. You like the game against the Hawks, the Boston Celtics.
Yeah,
bro. This is how they did it for the last 4 minutes. 2 possessions the Boston Celtics had. It was Jaylen Brown. The next 2 possessions the Boston Celtics had. It was Jason Tatum. The next 2 possessions again, Jaylen Brown. The last 2 possessions, Jason Tatum.
I was just saying because that is what I want to get into is if you guys face Boston Celtics in the semifinals, that's going to be a more challenging than Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, way more challenging. I think with Boston,
because if you guys had Atlanta, you guys, that would have been a cakewalk. That would have been an Eastern Conference cakewalk for you guys if you would have went up against Atlanta. But going up against Boston, though, man, that's going to be a heavy challenge for you guys. And I think that's the best part about the playoffs is like each level that you rank up, you're going to rank up with the best. You're going to hopefully match up with the best. You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to be sweeping no teams.
You'd be shocked if Sixers went up against, like, let's say the Bucks in the Eastern Conference and they swept them.
I don't think that would ever happen. I don't think so. Like,
I mean, well, if Giannis is on the court, yeah, that's not happening.
It's not. That's not. I don't. Even if Giannis isn't on the court, I think that's not going to happen. I think the Bucks would at least get one. I think they would got one.
I don't know about that. If Giannis is not on the court,
yeah, I think they'd at least get one.
So Chris Middleton and Jay Holiday Drew Holiday.
Holiday. But then you gotta remember about Brook Lopez defending Joel Embiid. Brook Lopez is an actual good defender. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And then you gotta remember Drew Holiday is a good defender.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yep. And then you got Bobby Portis, who all
you're gonna meet them in the Eastern Conference.
If they meet them in the Eastern Conference Finals, I expect 2 things to happen. PJ Tucker is going to irritate the shit out of Giannis. Brook Lopez probably going to get 1 game that he actually stopped Joel Embiid, and I think Drew Holiday is going to have a tough time deciding who he wants to guard, James Harden or Tyrese Maxey, because.
Well, that's a matchup for Doc Rivers to kind of figure out.
Exactly, too. So it's like, okay, if Drew Holiday is guarding James Harden, I'm gonna say this right now. There's nobody on the Bucks that can guard Tyrese Maxey if Drew Holiday is not guarding him. And then if you switch out and put Drew Holiday and Tyrese Maxey, Chris Middleton probably can guard James Harden. But he probably gonna get crossed the fuck up and get shot 3s in his face.
True.
So it's like that right there is the only advantage. And I know a lot of people always say, Giannis this and Giannis that. The reason why I want him to play the Bucks so bad in the Eastern Conference Finals, I want Joel Embiid to show that I can stop this dude because he's done it already in the season.
But hold up, Giannis and Joel I think Giannis is more faster. When it comes to driving in the paint.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw him driving in the paint and got blocked by Joel Embiid.
Now the question is that would Joel Embiid have foul trouble going up against Giannis?
No, because he probably put him in foul trouble first.
Wait, hold up. Skirt. But Joel Embiid was going to give Giannis foul trouble on how?
If Giannis guards Joel Embiid, you got to remember, Joel Embiid is just like James Harden. That's what I'm saying. You don't watch Sixers games like that, so you wouldn't know. But Joel Embiid, just think about it. James Harden from Houston getting to the foul line. That's exactly who Joel Embiid is.
No. As a shooter, Joel Embiid is a good shooter.
No. I'm not talking about shooting. I'm just talking. I'm talking about foul trouble. Don't put shooting in it. Foul trouble. So you know how James Harden used to be swiping his hand left ways and.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yes, he does that to everybody. He got Nick Claxton fouled out 2 times in the games with the Brooklyn Nets. He's gotten Brook Lopez fouled out already in this season. He's gotten Siakam fouled out. He can get him fouled out.
That's if Giannis trying to go for the steal instead of going for the block.
No, you don't. Like I said, You don't have to do none of that reaching or nothing. He can just swipe while you have your hand like this. Just swipe through. They do it all the time.
I don't know. This is gonna be interesting for me because I look at Giannis as our young LeBron James.
And that's fine. But I look at Joel Embiid as Joel Embiid. Giannis remind people of LeBron James. Joel Embiid remind me of Joel Embiid.
Have we ever had Bucks and Sixers in the playoffs playing against each other?
Mm-hmm. Back in the day, Iverson.
Oh no! I'm talking about like this recently.
Nah.
Okay, so this one's going to be interesting then.
If like I said, Giannis he's faster, it's all that, but then Joel Embiid has this season defended this man, and that same drive down the basket, he did that, and Joel Embiid met him and blocked it.
We gotta see what happens. I want to see what happens between them two
Just
in the
like
playoffs.
Joel Embiid blocked Ja Morant going up for that mad dunk. Get out of here.
And you know what? Speaking of Ja Morant, I'm so happy that you mentioned the Memphis Grizzlies because we got to get into the Grizzlies and the Lakers. I don't know. Let's see how long this conversation lasts on this one. Anthony Davis stepped up. He stepped up.
Yeah, he wasn't sleeping today.
Well, he wasn't. And LeBron James still averaging his 20 points. And you know what? I want to talk about something with that. I was looking at because the players are ranking up and stuff like I think Steph Curry, Kevin Durant is now number 7, I think, on the all-time free throws, some shit like that. LeBron James, number 1. LeBron James all-time scoring, number 1. LeBron James in assists, number 1. I'm like, LeBron James is number 1 in everything. And I was listening to Jim Jones on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about the rappers, but then he was comparing like Drake and Jay-Z to LeBron and Michael, right? And he was like, Michael is the it guy, but LeBron did it for a long time. That the reason why his accolades stretches because of his career.
Well, who made that analogy? Who said that?
Jim Jones.
That was a phrase. That was not a good analogy. LeBron and Michael is not no Jay-Z and Drake. It's Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. Listen what you just said. Longevity, right? LeBron. Isn't Wayne still making music and still making albums?
Yes.
How long Wayne been making music? Since he was 13?
Ooh, since the 90s.
Okay. That's longevity. That's longevity.
Wait, compared to Jay-Z's?
No. I'm saying, all right. Michael, they're saying, is like Jay-Z, correct?
Yeah.
Jay-Z retired, came back, did the whole thing, billionaire, all that. Now LeBron is doing it his way. He's changing the culture for the young dudes and young kids who are coming up behind him. Same thing as Wayne. Wayne was doing it his way, changing everything. He was the best rapper after the best rapper retired.
Yeah.
LeBron is the best player after the best player retired.
Right.
So
okay,
so it's a better, when you say Drake been doing it since 2008. That's not longevity. That's 14 years.
I think he said 7. That's what Jim Jones said, 2007.
Okay, I'm sorry, 15 years. Wayne been doing this in the 90s. Call it 20-something years. Come on, man.
So you say the Michael is Wayne and the LeBron is Drake?
No. I would say the Michael is Jay-Z.
Okay.
And the LeBron is Lil Wayne.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Because Michael retired and came back. He was the king when he did all that. Jay-Z did the same thing. Jay-Z wasn't in the rap game for a long, long time. Jay-Z really stopped making music like 6 years ago. He's like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I see Jim Jones' analogy. To me, I was like, I was rocking with it because I was like, okay, I see where you're going with the Drake as LeBron and Jay-Z as Michael. I see that.
But I'm saying you can't go with it like that because Drake has only done it for 15 years. LeBron has done it for 20-something years. Longevity. Where's the longevity in what Drake is doing?
No, I think what he meant was that I'm not choosing his side, but I'm trying to fix because I also too when I heard that analogy, I was like, Jim, hold on, it's a little scrabble. Let me just try to straighten up a little bit. I think what he meant was that as great as Michael is, same way as great as Jay-Z is, right? Because when Jay-Z comes out we all know that Jay-Z, like we're waiting on that Jay-Z song. If the radio guy said, yo, I got a new Jay-Z song, it's coming out at 9 p.m. and it's like 7:45 on the clock, we're gonna be waiting for that Jay-Z song.
Mm-hmm.
The same way with Michael Jordan. If we know he's coming to town, we're gonna spend our money to buy the ticket and go see Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? With LeBron, after Michael, right? Even though Michael set the standards that he's the great, LeBron says, hey, I'm coming in to set the standards to be the great. He kind of did that, but he had his misses, but he's still going and still hitting. Like, he's still in the playoffs. There's a chance that he might be in the finals. Like, we don't say, oh, well, Usain Haslam, he has a chance of being into the finals. Because him and LeBron pretty much is been playing for 20 years. Who else been playing for? I think, no, somebody else I think is playing for 20 years too, but he's really, like, underneath the shadow.
Chris Paul?
Okay. So Chris Paul. Yeah, you're right. So everybody's looking at LeBron like, yo, he is the guy that we know that he's going to make them hits. Same thing with Drake.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if you say it like
that, because Drake been out for a long time, but Drake hasn't missed.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you too. It should be like Wayne as the LeBron, okay. But if anything, I probably look at Wayne as like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jay-Z take Michael, if Drake take LeBron, then I said
I see Wayne as Magic.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll see Lil Wayne as Magic Johnson. Yeah, that.
Yeah, flashy and everything, man.
I could definitely see that without the AIDS. But, I could definitely see that though.
Yeah, but I mean,
and they both love pussy. They both love pussy too.
But yeah, it's like, but the whole, like I said, the whole playoffs thing, everything that's going on right now is different. I like it. I love it. I mean,
oh no, but going back to what I was trying to say with that analogy was that LeBron James, for being 20 years in the playoffs and going up against a young Memphis team, it's not like he's going up against like his era. You know what I'm saying?
And still dropping 25 and 9 and 8.
Still giving the business, man.
And the thing is, I say it all the time. How can you compare somebody that's giving you points that some niggas would kill for the average in their career? And I'm not talking about at his peak. LeBron's giving you points that some niggas would kill to average, and LeBron is no longer at his peak. He's on the downside.
Yeah.
But imagine LeBron going to the stadium, arena average, and for the whole series average 25, 8 and 8. You know how much dudes would dream to average 25, 8 and 8 for their season? You know how much guys really want that? And for LeBron, that's just like it's a usual thing.
And like I was telling you too, like before, I looked at JJ Redick on First Take and all that, and he got his own podcast, and I'm like, even
check it out, him too.
And what's the other one that they used to play with LeBron, won a championship with him?
Richard
Jefferson. I look at those guys and I'm
Kendrick
Perkins, right? Like, you right. The list goes on, and I'm like, man, you guys are now analysts, and you guys came like a little bit. Well, besides Jefferson, y'all came a little bit after LeBron James, and you guys are analysts, and this guy is still. That's like Sting in the ring, still kicking ass and taking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, like that's amazing. And the guys that in your era is sitting back and it's like, yo, I'm finished, I'm done. But we're looking at this guy, he's like, yo, he's still putting up accolades into his career.
Bruh, the way this man play, that's why
did you see George Foreman punching that bag in 74 years old? Hot damn it, I'll be scared of that guy. Like any 74-year-old man you put up against me, I'll whoop your ass. But George Foreman, I'll be like,
nah, I'm good.
Yeah, man. Listen, you don't have to turn me into no George Foreman grill. You know what I'm saying?
But the way LeBron,
you punch me to me, turn me into a George Foreman grill.
So different, shooting, passing. He know when he pick his spots. But something you said a while ago, you said he evolved his game.
He had no choice.
Yeah. And it's just like, not just, it's with anything, sports, entertainment, you have to evolve.
Because I was telling you this before. If Michael Jordan, right, let's say if he would have started in 94, right? And won like 5 championships and he retired and he started right now, would he still give the same, like the tactics on the floor from back then to now? Would it
Nah,
work?
the game. You see, all right. So Larry Bird said this. He's sick and tired of older players saying like this generation don't know what it takes, and the game is faster.
Way faster.
The game is not just
And more
you know what
strategizing
I'm saying.
too.
Like if you look at a '90s game, most times you see these guys coming up the court,
Yeah.
hold the ball up, look around, pass, and then boom, somebody else dribble, pass, pick, make another pick, shoot. The game now, it ain't like that.
Nah.
Somebody get the ball, pass, shoot.
And that's what one thing that I respect with LeBron James is that he when he faced Golden State, that dude had to evolve and change his ways. Like that dude had to change. Like we all knew LeBron James from 2000. I'll say from 2007 all the way from 2014. That man was a post up shooter. Like he will post you up, spin and shoot, drive to the lane, dunk on you, mid range shots, little threes here and there. Right.
Since 2016, nope. That man say, I'm about to shoot from way back.
And then from 2015, when he got up against Golden State, and he saw the raining like massive threes. That's when, and I told everybody, that's when LeBron James became a 3-point shooter. That was added. He could shoot threes back in his heyday, but this man is shooting threes like the 3-point line just got closer. You know what I'm saying? And this guy was like, "Oh, well, they push up the 3-point line. Okay, cool. I could shoot that easily." But I always said, man, 4 years against Golden State
changed him.
It had a big affirmation on him. Like that dude, LeBron James, evolved for 20 years into the best. And who knows? He's in the talks on being in the finals again. He's in the talks. I got understand 20 years and everybody's like, oh, he's washed up. But 20 years and people still thinking like, you won't be in the finals. That's amazing. And plus, he is still, I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's Steph Curry. Oh, it's Kevin Durant. Oh, it's LeBron James have been the face of the NBA for 20 years.
Yep. Still the face of the NBA. Still doing what he's supposed to do, man.
I tell you, I'm trying to get this shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this shit right here. Anyway, well, you know what? We're gonna just leave it like this. Anyway, matter of fact, first, while I'm trying to fix this, I have a question for you.
Bet.
Do you think Pusha.T? Oh, I had it right here. Hold on. I think I had it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, do you think Pusha.T? Do you think he's a great rapper?
I think he's a good artist.
Good artist.
Good MC.
Because even with that Breakfast Club interview, I was like, Jim Jones is kind of right. Like, no one really knows a single, no, like single, but like just like a solo song of Pusha.T, what they just rock to.
Look, you got dudes who are real nice with being an MC, and that's great. That's definitely good. But then you got dudes who are MC and entertaining.
Yeah. Like Drake is entertaining.
You know what I'm saying? Drake isn't, yeah, even J. Cole. J. Cole's not entertainment to a fact, but he has a personality that he's running with. And ever since he changed from all that jewelry and everything and then went to just being him, everybody likes it. Pusha.T was always this drug dealer pushing, that's what they call himself, Pusha.T. But you got to remember something, right? It's not like Pusha.T came out when J. Cole and Drake came out. Pusha.T came out way before that.
Yeah.
So you had a chance before to really make yourself just not an MC and an entertainer, getting sold out shows, breaking apart from you and your brother, getting your solo act together. You had a chance of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Drake did that in one chance. Kendrick did that. One chance.
J. Cole did it too. One chance.
One chance. He didn't. J. Cole didn't make Who That, and then 2 more songs and disappeared for 6-7 years, and then came back and signed with Good Music.
Mm-hmm.
No, bro, you did that. You did that. You were doing little features here and there, and then came up and signed with Good Music.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with. Not saying 2 Chainz is not good at either, but same thing with 2 Chainz. He was called Titty Boy. He was making music. Stop. Boom, 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 boom. Start making a little music here. You know,
he ain't doing no music now.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and shout out to 2 Chainz.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
2
Chainz.
And then if you look at the Pusha T, is Pusha T do music right now?
Pusha T?
Yeah.
Well, he just dropped the Donta album.
Okay.
Which was nominated for a Grammy.
Okay. Is that his album?
Pusha T's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his album.
Okay. All right. So
it was produced by Kanye West.
Okay.
But it is his album.
Okay. And off of that Donta album, right? We anybody rocking that? Are you hearing that on the streets? Are you hearing
that's what I'm trying to get into. No. I don't really hear anybody
it's not entertaining, bro.
Yo, one thing Jim Jones said that I thought was dope that Pusha T had, I didn't even realize it was on Donta. And I heard the album. It's just been a minute. I think the album they said came out like, was it like 20 something, 2019, or something, 18, 16? I don't know, I can't remember. But he has a song called Diet Coke. I was like, yo, Pusha T to me, I think that guy is fucking brilliant. You know, when it comes to like, because think about it, it's like a drug dealer in hip hop. It sounds funny, right? But listen when I say it. A drug dealer in hip hop. Because he's telling you, like, there's a song called Diet Coke. We all know that's a drink.
Mm-hmm.
But Diet Coke, if you take Coke, what would happen? You probably lose weight and stuff like that and whatnot. You're on a diet. So he made a song called Diet Coke. And I was like, hot damn. NLE Chopper or NBA Youngboy?
NBA Youngboy.
Okay. All right.
The man's not signed with nobody, and the man's still making music, still getting tours, still putting out great songs.
Yeah, because I heard.
He's not signed nobody. He's independent, and still, he dropped a song 3 days ago. Everybody went and saw it. And then Lee Chopper, if he's dropped by the label or he's not signed to the label, he said bye.
He's with Birdman, right?
Yeah, but I think he's out of that. I think he's getting out of that. He's getting out of that quicker than Blueface because he's actually making the money.
Wait, Paul, Blueface is with Birdman?
Blueface is...
I thought he was with Rack 100.
He has a bad contract. He split 3.
Why Birdman was signed Blueface?
Birdman...
Well, I know Rack why, 100. But...
So, Blueface contract is split 3 ways. So, he has a bad contract. NLE Chopper, though, is just Birdman.
Yeah, I remember Jim Jones even said it too. He was like, he signed bad contracts, you know, bad deals in his day, and
imagine somebody said, "Oh, I'm gonna sign for $300K."
And make sure you guys sign to Shoulda Coulda Records, you know what I'm saying? Get that 360 deal, you know what I'm saying? You don't want a real contract, you sign with him.
but I prefer NBA Youngboy because he went independent and still doing his music, still doing what he's doing. Like, and there's a lot of pain behind that man's song. There's no pain. I don't hear no pain behind NLE Chopper. This man is making music about bitches and all that shit. Like, NBA Youngboy has a lot of pain behind his songs, but he's being real. Not saying NLE Chopper is not good or whatever, but NBA Youngboy is better.
Okay. Because I didn't really follow up on these guys, and I found out that NBA Youngboy be making like an album every year. Like, dude be making like 8-9 albums a year.
And how old do you think he is?
He's like 22, right? 22?
22, 23, bro.
Yeah.
And he already signed a record deal, made a lot of money, so the record company got their money back, got out of his deal and independent, and still got money that he made.
I know how. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And he's only 22. So imagine this man say, all right, 2 years later, boom, another record company say, hey, all right, so Universal is one of them big record companies.
Yeah.
Once you sign to Universal, you can actually get your own record company. So imagine next year, NBA Youngboy still popping out with music, and Universal's like, all right, we finally see this kid. He's still doing what he's doing. He's not even signed to Atlantic Records no more. We're going to sign him, and we're going to give him a big deal. They might say, yo, we're going to give you a $20, $30 million deal, and you have your own label.
Nice.
That's how Drake got his label. He signed with Universal.
I thought he signed with
No. Yes, he signed with Young Money, Cash Money, and all that. But because he was popping so quickly, Universal recognized and was like, 'cause remember, Universal also signed Cash Money. Universal is
Yeah.
one that started Cash Money. But because Drake was popping so quick, Universal noticed and said, you know what? We're going to give you your own platform. You're still signed to them, but you have more. So imagine before he was given, I'm just guessing, like Birdman and Young Money, Cash Money and Young Money, about 55, 60% of what he makes, and he only make 40%.
Mm.
Now, because of Universal, you now make 65% and they make 35%.
Mm.
So he's getting more money. That's why I think after which album? The one that was started from the bottom? Yeah, after that album.
That
right?
was the hold on, wait a minute. I gotta Nothing Was the Same.
Okay. After Nothing Was the Same, right? Why do you think Drake popped off so quickly and now he signed people and getting this and getting that? He signed with Universal.
But him signing people, he only got one good signee. That was on Party Next Door.
But it's the way he did it, bro. Like,
I know he signed him, but I don't know who besides the other guy that did this on Tuesday. He didn't really blow up.
Like
he tried.
Drake did it different, and I think people don't recognize he's a good dude because he could have signed Migos.
Yeah,
he could have signed
Future.
No, I don't think so. They came out about the same time. Nah.
Nah. No. Wait. No, Drake came out first.
Yeah, but Future came out 2 years later. Yeah,
he still could have told Wayne, "Yo, get this guy Future."
That's different. If Wayne signed him, but Drake wouldn't have signed
Imagine Wayne and Young Money.
If you mean Future and Young Money.
I mean, Future and Young Money. Excuse me, Future and Young Money.
But,
excuse me.
He could have signed A$AP Rocky, and Drake could have signed A$AP Rocky, and he chose not to. He could have signed Migos,
or was it that they didn't want to sign with him?
No, A$AP Rocky said it, and Migos said it. Migos and A$AP Rocky said, "Yeah." Why? I said this before, right? On every Migos album, Drake is on there.
Yeah.
On every Migos album.
But then they wind up having a problem with him. So was Future to have a problem with Drake and stuff.
Everybody have a problem with Drake.
Yeah, I remember when Future and Drake was having their little beef, and I was like, "What's going on?"
But then they made 2 more albums after that.
Yeah, and 2 amazing albums.
Yeah, Jumpman and the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just different, bro. Like different rappers. That's why I say, NBA YoungBoy is definitely better. You can see how Drake is better than a lot of his peers, a lot of people around him.
But let's be real. I know how to slow down NBA YoungBoy music career. Give this man commercials. Give this man a few things. Give him movies. Give him some projects to work on. And I bet you it will slow down his music. But his money will grow.
It won't because
yes, it will. Because what else is he doing?
He can't do none of those. He's on house arrest.
Oh.
So that's why he's making so much. You understand what I'm saying?
He's on the house arrest?
That's why he's making so much music.
House arrest. No.
That's why he's making so much music right now, because you can tell. You can tell just if you ain't got nothing to do but smoke weed.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got nothing to do but to stay in your house, smoke weed, and make music. I mean, hell, I'll be doing that myself too if, they put me on house arrest and I have nothing to do.
And I have money.
Yeah, but I bet you his music was slowed down, and not in a bad way. I mean, when I say this, his music was slowed down if they would have gave him commercials or gave him like a movie role. If 50 Cent would have said, "Hey, you want to be in Power?"
But everybody, like anybody, I think that goes from music to acting, their music career always slows down.
Yeah, because it's another thing to do. That's why.
Like
and
T.I., Ludacris, Eve.
And just like I've been telling you, and I've been telling 777 Test, get out of music and get into these films, because films is where it's at. I'm telling you. Like somebody said they want an award for a commercial. They're like, I didn't know you could win an award for a commercial. I didn't know either.
Flo been doing it for years. Flo been doing that for many years.
But I didn't know that either. I didn't know you could win an award for a commercial.
Yes, yeah, bro.
And that's money.
Yeah, well, that lady's making his money. But yeah.
Yeah, when she's doing I saw another commercial that she did was pretty funny. Her and Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm, the dude that does Allstate, the crash dude, whatever.
But he's in movies though.
Who, the dude that does Allstate?
Yeah, because he was in John Wick.
Okay, but guess what? This man's been doing Allstate commercials.
But I'm talking about like pure commercialists.
Yeah,
like,
it's just. But remember how that Jake from State Farm shit started? It was just somebody calling late night, and she was like, "Who you talking to?" He's like, "Jake from State Farm."
Yeah.
She was like, "Who this?" The white dude was like, "Jake from State Farm. What you wearing?"
Khakis.
And then it switched to boom. They actually have a face.
But the original one, that was like years ago.
Yeah, and then they switched to this, and this is so much better.
And this dude is blowing up, man, with commercials, man. He's doing his thing.
He got a bunch of them. He got Chris Paul, Trae Young,
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. Remember Steph Curry.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and Steph Curry used to be part of it. Not anymore.
Really? No. You should not mistaken with Subway?
Nah. You don't remember when Steph Curry was going down the elevator, him and his twin? And Chris Paul.
No. That was...
yeah, and Chris Paul was coming up the elevator with him and his twin, and they both looked at each other like...
That's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but he's not in there no more because him and Chris Paul don't like each other.
Well,
Chris Paul's weakness in the NBA, like Superman got kryptonite and all that.
Oh, well, they're gonna meet up in the Western Conference. They're gonna meet up.
If they meet up, Chris Paul gonna be like, "I got you this time." Steph Curry's like, "You might got me, but I'm gonna cross you up again."
They're about to fight, and all you hear is boom, ba dum, boom, boom, ba dum, boom.
A lot of it's funny because a lot of Chris Paul, Shaq and the Fool moments or getting crossed up by Steph Curry. Like a lot of them is by Steph Curry.
Don't get crossed up by Chris Paul, Steph Curry. Don't do that because anything he's supposed to cross him up.
But he's Sham God. He can do Sham God too. But and then Steph Curry, for him, he got crossed up a lot by Kyrie Irving.
Oh yeah, Kyrie Irving, that dude could cross your ass up. Man, that dude, one of those referees is a street ball referee. I think he just forgot that he's just playing in the NBA as a referee.
It's just simple. This dude is like, that's why I said it's crazy because like Stephen did say he's box office, and he is. This man can play basketball so well.
You know me, I don't want to get into Kyrie Irving, but go ahead.
So well.
It's gonna be a long segment.
Nah, I'm good. It is so well.
Because you know me, man. Once you start getting rumbling with Kyrie Irving, then I'm just gonna start being like, this motherfucker had a future. He fucked it up.
You know who fucked it up? Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons the one that fucked it up.
No, I ain't blaming no Ben Simmons. I ain't blaming no Kevin Durant. I'm blaming Kyrie Irving.
I'm blaming Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons went there. I'm blaming Kyrie Irving too, but Ben Simmons went there. Look at it, right? After Ben Simmons went there, Kyrie left. Kevin Durant left. They're like, nah, we're not playing with you.
No, I feel you, but I still think Kyrie, he left on his own terms. Like he was just like,
no, he like everybody was like, yo, Kyrie Irving playing mad nice. This is the best Kyrie ever played in any season. And he got Brooklyn still at number 3. I'm like, yeah. Breaking news: Kyrie Irving is leaving Brooklyn, going to the Dallas Mavericks because he didn't get the extension he wanted from Brooklyn.
Yeah, he kind of did the same thing with James Harden because James Harden was like, I want to leave Brooklyn. Like, I want to trade now.
Yeah, anybody would have said that. If you sitting out games and you're just like, I'm not playing. I mean, it's your personal reasons and everything. I got you. But if you keep doing it, why would I want to play? Like, that's like, I'm trying to think about a football team. That's like the Patriots. No, not the Patriots. That's like Pat Mahomes. Like the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And Travis Kelce's like, man, I don't feel like really catching the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Patrick Mahomes, you're going to be so defeated because that's your guy. That's who you throw the ball to. So imagine you come in the huddle, he's like, man, they ain't paying me. So you know what? I don't want the ball. You better throw to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the same feeling, bro. Like, that's the same feeling James Harden had. Like, imagine James Harden to himself, like, yo, I'm about to play with Kyrie and KD. And then Kyrie's like, yo, I'm not playing. KD's hurt. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I know why James Harden left. He did the best decision. I was just upset that I looked at Brooklyn at the time as the better version of OKC.
They're the biggest flop ever that assembled. The biggest flop ever that's ever assembled.
And then when they had Steve Nash as the coach, I was just like, oh, yep, this is going downhill.
And then blame Steve Nash. Like, why the fuck would you hire Steve Nash to coach 3 superstars? His first coaching job, though?
It was like with the Pistons back in 88, 89, and 90 when it took 2 point guards to win a championship. And then every owner was like, then we need 2 point guards. We need 2 point guards to get it done. Houston Rockets had 2 point guards and they got it done twice. So they felt like, with having those 3 guys and getting Steve Nash in there because Steve Kerr over in Golden State took 3 guys that was not all-stars, that were not big athletes at the time.
And turn them to all-stars. But you can't hire a new coach and say, okay, go coach them 3 all-stars. What, nigga? What? Like, you serious? Man, you better go give that to Doc Rivers or Phil Jackson. Tell him come out of retirement or something.
Oh, my God. Doc Rivers having Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden? Oh, man. Hell, I mean, even with you give that to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was like, okay, where do I start? But anyway, Fraz, there's so much editing to do. Versus final words very quickly. Versus final words is that I got so much editing to do, and I'm just going to keep it short and clean. And Steph Curry, if you crossed up Chris Paul, and that was the highlight on Shaq and the Fool. Don't get crossed up. Damn it, don't get crossed up. And it's just by saying that. Anyway, if you have anything in mind in your success and whatnot, go and get it, go and chase it. It's there for you. Stop dreaming about it and be about it. All right, it's there for you. The money's there for you. The success is there for you. The longevity is there for you. And stay positive. Give love and give peace to your friends and family. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And this is hashtag The Versus Show, and I thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and press that bell for more new episodes. And make sure that you listen to As He Is the Versa, Cold-Hearted, and 777 Test New Music. And the next segment, I might just do a little something a little spicy. You know what I'm saying? Might do some debates. And don't get me wrong, I still got the hip hop draft coming up soon. I gotta make the list. I gotta make the list on the hip hop draft. That's gonna be interesting. I'm trying to get Hefe Don in here. Hopefully, we probably do a little hip hop draft pick. That's gonna be interesting. But anyway, Brad Zafar, thank you so much once again, bro. And I am the Versa. And I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and for your viewership. And just keep telling your friends about the show, because guess what? We ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I am the Versa, Fraz FR.
For real.
Ladies and gentlemen, we see you on episode 22. Peace into the Middle East. Hashtag The Versa Show is produced by Vintage Era Production.